Okay, so we haven't really been filming it. Well, maybe we did a little bit, but the pigs have been getting out like crazy. Once they get out of the electric fence, they no longer respect it and care. It's impossible to keep them in. We've tried all kinds of things. Yesterday, Cameron was so frustrated, I was like, all right, let's put them in the garden. Hopefully they won't get out of the garden. Well, they bent up the fence right here and got out today. Turkeys are getting out like crazy. It's all right that the ducks are out. We took them out. And now it's raining. So it started raining on us as we were getting ready to try and build another contraption to hold the pigs in. We lured the pigs back in this area, but they will not stay in that area. I mean, we would have loved for them to stay in that area. And now they go over to the rabbit cage, lift it high in the air until the food falls out, and then eat the food underneath it. So they are just big, huge bulldozing tanks going around being so destructive. They come out here, any food buckets we have on the ground, they knock over, eat the feed. Anybody's buckets of water, drinking water, they crash those over. We've got all the water secured to like T-posts. So there's basically two options. Build them a permanent enclosure out of like 4x4s, which we're not going to do because it would be a stinky, muddy mess, and these pigs are meant to eat grass. That way you're actually eating healthy pork. The other option is send them to the chop house, the butcher shop. So that's what we're doing. On August the 12th, we are taking both pigs to get them processed. We are done with the pigs. Would have been nice if they would have moved around the electric fence. And then when they had babies and the babies got bigger, that would have been our pork supply. But it has not worked out, so they're going to the chop house. And Cameron couldn't be happier. He could put on a raincoat and stuff, but he's a little bit frustrated right now with these pigs. So he just wants to deal with it. Poor guy. Alright, so this was Cam and I's last idea. We lured the little rump roast in there, secured it all with T-posts, and hopefully they will not bulldoze their way out of that. So now, as far as the turkeys getting out, which is not that big of a deal, Catchy, you need to go in. I can't film you with little butt cheeks running around. Alright, let me film this way until he moves. Okay. So we're going to process them as soon as possible. We got the freezer hooked up down at the barn in our laundry room. We put the freezer in there and got it hooked up. It's working. So when we do process them, we will be able to freeze them. But we have a big church thing coming up on August conference that lasts like 4 days. So that's going to be awesome but exhausting. So it's definitely still going to be a couple weeks before we get around to processing them. And then we really wanted to keep the 3 bronze because one's a male and 2's a female. They're so pretty. It would be nice if they would just stay out in the sheep electric fence because they look great walking around. Look like little raptors. But they will... Hi, sweetheart. Catchy, they will bite your pee-pee. You need to go inside. They're going to bite your pee-pee. Hurry, go on the porch. Run, 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 run. They can reach you up there. They got tall necks. Okay, so it would be nice to keep them and breed them. So we still haven't made up our mind about that because they get out of everything. But for now, Cameron wants to move them down the hill. If you could see that cedar tree down there, down the hill to where the pigs were in that electric fence and see how that works. Maybe they won't climb up on the electric fence and get out. So we'll try that. If they still get out of that, they're probably going to end up getting processed too. There you go. right, how many is that? 4? If I used my boot to lift that bottom line, would it shock me? You wouldn't tell me if it would. I'm totally not doing it.
Come on, turkeys.
Then use your boot to do it. Uh-oh, that's bad. Now they're going to stop and eat there. You can totally fit under there.
Good girl. Come on.
How you know that one's not a boy?
Huh?
How you know that one's not a boy?
Because it don't have a beard.
Oh. Those beard things make me want to vomit. Alright, you got 2. Alright, so poor Cameron has had to move this water barrel a couple times in the last few days for the pigs. It's pretty awkward and pretty heavy unless you attempt to drain the entire thing, which he did yesterday. So it has 2 little pig nipples on it. I'm sure we've showed it to you. And then you have to secure it to a T-post or they will just knock it over. And then they know how to, I think you've seen in the other video, squeeze down on it and let it just flow out their mouth so they can make a mud hole. The only thing about this area they're in is it's pretty permanent because it's a pain to move and pull out all those T-posts. That's how many T-posts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 T-posts, and it's just going to fill up with pig poop in the matter of 1 day, 2 days. Homemade elderberry syrup.
Beautiful sunrise on one side of the house. Beautiful rainbow on the other. It didn't even rain.
Somehow, the pig has managed to get itself out. Look at that. It looks like it must have lifted that side enough until it broke all the zip ties holding it to the pole.
Flea is out.
Get the zip ties.
Mommy, Flea.
These pigs might not make it these last 10 days. I'm inside making bread, and I can hear these turkeys standing out here calling for food. You can wait. Chill out. I guess they got out of the electric fence we put them in yesterday. It is Saturday night, and we are trying to load up the pigs. Matt has turned our trailer into a animal hauler. So we had one of them lured about that far up, and then another one decided to go knock over a feed bucket of dog food. So now they're over there enjoying dog food as their last meal. And then we will try and coax them up on the trailer. Almost. Get up there, you pork roast. Come on, you tub of lard. Push. Hold it down.
All right, jump off.
Yes. Now, will they be able to bust out of this?
They ain't busting out of there.
50-50 chance.
Going nowhere. Well done, sir.
Who's is going to the chop house.
Do you want to get one of their black bowls and we'll do that for now? Or do you want to bring, I don't want to put the blue thing in here.
We're getting the pigs ready to take them to West Plains, Missouri to get processed. It has been one of those mornings. Apparently one of the kids got sick and was vomiting throughout the night but didn't wake up and tell us. He just leaned over the top of the bunk bed and threw up a few times, which splashed onto the lower bunk bed. So at 5 o'clock he started having diarrhea on himself, and that was enough to wake him up. So we all got up and started stripping beds and cleaning and mopping since 5 this morning. And now, what time is it? 7:30. We're gonna clean the trailer, clean any mud off the pigs, run back home, hang up some blankets on the clothesline, and then we will be off and on our way. I think we're gonna try and attach a GoPro onto the trailer, maybe get a little footage of the pigs going down the street. Pigs are at the chop house. This should be fun. All right, today the turkeys become meat in our freezer. Ooh, they are heavy. We're going to take them down to the barn and process them. Cameron says that the bronze females are the worst at kicking you. Apparently they have little claws on the end of their wings too. Everything's a lot more difficult than you think. Gross.
What's that?
All right.
What is that?
We're down here at the barn getting set up to do some turkey processing.
Stuff.
We're definitely not going to be sad to see them go. They're kind of becoming a pain. Getting out of everything. Leaving big, huge poops all over the driveway.
Okay, we are killing turkeys and we're like really exciting. We just killed two already. The first one didn't have much meat on it.
Look at that. Oh, delicious. What do you got in that, Bubby?
The legs, the thighs, and the drums.
It's just the, you say the leg quarters. How about that?
Leg quarters.
What's Daddy doing, Casey?
You gotta explain.
I'm I'm cutting off another breast.
Yep.
See how this crop's full of air?
Uh-huh.
We don't want to pop that open.
Ooh, it's just like disgusting. Wish I can show the GoPro the muscles twitching.
We want to put that away from the breast.
All right.
You want to cut it off?
No, I just want to separate it from the breast.
All right. Finish filming that.
Sure.
And I'll do the. I'll take these like so these and show the camera that.
That's good, yeah.
You're gonna show the camera?
Yes.
If you see any muscles twitching, moving,
If I see any twitting,
yeah. Can you show it to the GoPro?
maybe. Look at that. There is a deboned, beautiful. Look at that turkey breast.
Mm-hmm.
Still warm in my hand, and you can't see it, but in some places the muscle's still pulsating. But look at the size of that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't show the turkey head. Look at the size of that breast.
Mm-hmm.
Huge.
That'll be good enough. That's like as much meat you can get on a fish, right?
That's way more than
That would be a big fish.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
That would have to be like a sea bass or something.
In the bag, show them the bags, Kason. This
Two
bag has big breast from one turkey. No, I'm not taking it from you. This bag has big breast from one turkey and little breast from a turkey, and each set of leg quarters goes in a bag. And then the turkey carcass.
Did you get the tenders?
Huh?
Tenders?
Yeah, I cut them all in one piece.
Okay.
The turkey carcass were probably, I don't have the pigs anymore. If I had the pigs, I would give these to the pigs. But we're gonna make a pile of carcasses and we're probably gonna burn them.
Here, take it. Take it. I don't want to film anything on it anymore.
All right, leg quarters going to the freezer, which is in the laundry room at the barn. Already got one set of leg quarters in there. Gonna fill this up with turkey meat and then pig meat when we get the pig meat back. Alright. The last
Turn the
turkey.
light on.
The last final.
The last turkey.
Look at these beautiful meat breasts.
Mm-hmm.
Beautimus. And she waddled away.
We've been here
For like,
about 4 hours doing these turkeys.
So if we did 8 turkeys in 4 hours, we were averaging half an hour a turkey.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Which that counts for setup and stuff too.
So maybe a tiny bit less than half an hour.
Yeah.
man, this thing, the toes feel like solid. Probably feel the top of this toe. It feels solid.
It is now starting to get pretty dark outside.
We just got our pigs back. This is one bag. I'm over here at the barn working on laundry and putting the meat away. This is the other bag. Pretty awesome. So when you do the math, it comes out to about $2 a pound, and that's pretty good, I think, for I would consider this probably like, I don't know, 80% organic. They were given a little bit of generic feed each day, but then they were also on pasture with sunshine, fresh water, open air, not stuck inside, so it's at least half organic, if not more. This is pretty awesome. So I am adding it over here. We got our turkeys at the bottom. And then I will figure out how to stack the rest in here. This is a nice sight, filling up the freezer, and then it's almost hunting season. So we got our ribs, turkeys at the very bottom. Then we have all the breakfast sausage here. This is full of breakfast sausage, and then this is all the bacon. That's pretty awesome and exciting. And then I also left some sausage in the car to go put in the freezer at home.